Hi, this is Lisa White. This is my presentation on sex and advertising. And I found this topic very, very interesting because it really is everything that we do and watch on TV. From the earliest ads of the 1800s with advertising on cigarette packages using the female form, somewhat unclad, this article details everything there is about sex and advertising. From what gets between, nothing gets between me and my Calvins, to does she or doesn't she? These are some of the slogans that have been, well, in the last 20th century that we use as a reliable source, and it gets shock value. It works, it sells the products. Modern, full blown sexuality, explicit advertising can be found on beer commercials to make men instantly attractive to women when they drink a certain brand of beer. Women are often in the submissive roles where men are in dominant roles. And this is very frequent in advertising. From Rolling Stone magazine with a naked picture of Neil Patrick Harris with a bow tie and top hat positioned in certain ways, to Madonna and Katy Perry. This is very common to the point where it very rarely shocks the American consumer anymore. Now, the history meeting back to the 1800s, 1885 to 1895, really did gear the face of advertising. People had more money to buy things with, and the researchers used sex advertising, often characterized in attractive models, modeling or posing seductively to have engaged in suggestive behavior. This is very common with double entendres and used in magazines, and it's very prevalent today. How women are perceived in a man's world. So I went searching for articles on sex and advertising, and I found some great ones on the Huffington Post that unfortunately sex does sell in advertising. The assertion and images articles demonstration the public's response to sex. And what goes in any cosmopolitan magazine is pretty much sexually related. The numbers are clearly defined using different mediums from the internet to cell phones to pop-up ads. Anything could be sex and advertising. It depends on the ads and the renewal of success. If people don't like it, they just turn it off. But the overwhelming response is sex sells the product, whether it's product placement with a vodka bottle or the strength and reliability of the man with Axe deodorant. He's instantly going to be attracted by using the deodorant. Most of the articles are with small items: deodorants, perfumes, hairspray, personal grooming products. These are all used with the sexual attraction, as well as big ticket items like cars. This does not include every society and culture. Some cultures are even way more open to sex and advertising than we are. Rome, they'll show shower commercials with fully naked people, where there's the opposite within the Muslim communities in the Muslim states. Everything is censored. You cannot have anything that is suggestive of sex or explicit or showing body parts. Now we've gone to Abercrombie and Fitch, where we have two gay males laying in a bed together developing trends, which is in our modern society. This is no longer shopping. The alarming trends of sex and advertising is very abundant. It's anywhere. Statistical reports ranging over the last 30 years with documentation yields that sales increase on impulse products. People tend to buy them, very low-cost merchandise, when sex sells. And there is a lot of percentages. Now, Dr. Adrian Furham did an article on Does Sex Sell Give Us the Impression That There Is Not a Determined Effect on Today's Culture? Dr. Furman points out that other countries have censors where, with the medium and TV, and some countries are more lenient. But still, when it gets back to the catch your attention and your process and your memory, whatever shocks us, we remember. And that's what advertisers are looking for. They want selective process. They want to be able to have you stop when surfing channels that really caught your eye. You'll remember it, even if it's frowned upon. If you remember it, you'll buy it. So parents often use attitudes and beliefs regarding what their children are exposed to. So there's parental controls, there's different theories on that, blocking channels, which many mediums offer. But the attitude and changing theory of the 21st century has changed. It is an open playing field. Anyone watching TV can experience the feelings of dissonance when referring to sex. You might be sitting with small children and a commercial comes on about tampons. That makes you feel uncomfortable. You withdraw and change the channel. That's how we as a society deal with things that make us feel uncomfortable during the situation. Or maybe you're on a date watching TV with a new beau and all of a sudden there's a Cialis commercial on. Well, you haven't entered that stage of your relationship because that makes you feel uncomfortable and draw back. But you're going to remember the 2 bathtubs on the Cialis commercial and someone's going to buy it. It's how the messages are conveyed. So basically when it comes to magazine trends, increasing advertisement, marketing and sex appeal, you, me, babe, and advertising, or even the Huffington Post, all these sources come up with one universal attitude. Points of interest we learn on and what we are watched. We are drawn to what's most forbidden, what we're not supposed to see. Sex sells. It may be unfortunate, but the numbers don't lie. And that's the message we'd like to convey. Thank you.